So this lecture we will be starting with the controllers. As you have seen, there are three files that is said to be controllers, providers and module. We will start with controllers. What are controllers? Controllers handle incoming HTTP request and delegate business logic to services. What you have to check for is this controller decorator. It is used in front of a class, which allows it to use this as a base of the route we are handling. Let's say we have a route called /cats, then all the cats route will be delegated here, and the rest of the methods that need to be handled will be written inside this cats controller. One more thing that is also need to be taken care of is that we should always keep our controllers thin. We should not write any business logic right here. Moving on to the providers. Providers is just a service. If we have to tell that particular class is a service, we will write this decorator in front of that class and it will start behaving like a service. We do not have to take care about the ingestion of the service into our controllers. It will be taken care by module. Service contain business logic and are injected into controllers using dependency injection. Moving on to the modules. What module is? It is a single piece of unit which do one work. For example, it can be a users module which will take care of user management. It can be a orders module which will manage orders. It can be a chat module which will manage chat. These are independent modules. Other than this, there are other feature modules like feature module 1, 2, 3, and these modules can be consumed by other modules. So the entry point is main.ts. It bootstraps our application. App module is being consumed by the Nest factory. Going into the app module, which is the root module, we will see there are imports which is blank, controllers which is app controller, which specifies that this module is bind to this controller, and it also provides service which is app service. So dependency injection works here. What it does is module provide information right over here that controllers will directly get the information regarding the app service. By doing this, we do not have to manage or instantiate this app service. We only need to provide it in our constructor and we'll get access to it. You can see that there is nothing written over here, so it will be treated as a route, which means /. So any request coming in will come towards here. This will be treated as this. So anything coming over to localhost 3000 will be taken care here. @get symbolizes that this is a get route or the get method we are handling right now. We have delegated the functionality or business logic to our app service to the get hello function. Going there, it returns only a string, which we have already seen in our previous episode. Going back to the main, we have already seen that either we have to provide it some port number or it will default to 3000. So this is how the nest starts. Now I'll just revert my changes. We will now create module users, writing it nest g module users, which will create a module called users in a users directory. You can see that a users folder has been created and a users module ts file has been added to that. we can parallelly do controllers and service files as well. We just need to write nestjs users. You can see that users controller has been added into the controllers. Parallelly, we can generate service file as well, and it is also added here. Now I'll copy some code and paste it over here. We'll copy some code in ts file. What we are doing over here is I have created a type called user, created id, name, email, created as some information regarding that user, and whenever we are accessing the user, we will refer to this user type. I'm creating an array of users and maintaining it within the service. We are not linking database right now. We will do that in the future video. We have created an array of users which will be taken care by our dependency injection and our nest framework. You can see that we have written find all function which will return all the users. Find by id, based on some number we will find that user and return it. We are creating a user based on some name and email, and if that email already exists, we will return an error or add the user into the array here. And fourth method is delete, where we will find the index of the user and splice that particular item from the array. I'll just save this file. Copying some code into the controller file as well. So any route that starts with user will be delegated here. So the route get path will be handled with find all functionality. Get path with any ID that has been provided into the route will be handled over here. User service will find by ID here. Create user is handled here with the same route users with the post method, and we are handling delete user with the delete method with passing ID over here. So all the methods that we have previously wrote in user service are getting consumed over here. We have also mentioned the service here, and the dependency will be getting injected by the module itself, which we have mentioned over here. Now we can run our application using npm run start. Parallelly, I also want to show you that our users module has been imported in app module here. So any users requested routes will be directed to the users module. Now all we need is postman. I'll just create a fresh request, localhost 3000/users. I'll hit enter. You can see that we are receiving a blank array because there are no users right now. So we will just add a new user. We will copy this. We will post it. I'll paste some data over here and try to push it. Our data has been successfully added. We can verify it using the previous API, which is get request. This will be returning a single item over here. Parallelly, we can get the user by an ID, which is, we can copy this. We can go to localhost 3000/users/an ID. Press and enter, and we will be getting a single user. Now to delete this user, I need to copy this URL, paste it again, and I'll request it with the delete method. When we are sending the request, we have received the message that user has been deleted. When I am getting all the users, that would be blank again. So that is how all the routes getting handled for the user's path. What we are doing is we are mentioning the users module in the root module, which is called app module. The request comes in here. It sees that an user's controller has been registered with users route. So everything that starts with slash users will be delegated here. We have written specific paths for specific handling. This will handle all the users, getting all the users. This will be handling getting a single user. This will be handling post a user, and this will be handling delete a user. Based on their different method types, different functions are getting executed, and we have not written any business logic right into the component. We have delegated it to the user service. Let's say find all, find by id, create and delete. These all functions are getting executed. This service dependency is being resolved at the runtime by the users module. It has been provided over here. We do not have to take care of the service itself. We only need to provide it into the constructor and we are good to go. One more thing that I need to mention is that as soon as I have started the server or the application, you can see that slash users get route has been created, slash user id get route has been created, slash users post route has been created, slash users id delete route has been created. Meet you in the next episode.